Texas League Baseball is next. And good evening, everybody. We'd like to welcome you into the live coverage of Texas League Baseball. And now, here is the star of the show, the one, the only, John Baker. Thank you, Bob, and a happy Thursday night, everybody. We'd like to welcome you into the third game of our 6-game set between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Corpus Christi Hooks. Well, tonight's $2 night here at the ballpark. So far, don't forget, $2 drinks, $2 food, and $2 beverages all night long, courtesy of Hooks Baseball. Series continues tomorrow night for post-game fireworks after the ball game. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best spectacle courtesy of Hooks Baseball. Saturday night as well, we'll have post-game fireworks, so make sure you stay after the ball game and then watch the best spectacle of all fireworks shows courtesy of Hooks Baseball. We'll wrap it up on Sunday, our first pitch at 7:05, and gotta say, that's Bark in the Park Sunday, so make sure you bring your four-legged furry friend with you to the ball game, and so far, pretty good on that. Well, anyway, joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. How you doing there, Bob?
Doing good, John. How are you?
Doing good. Well, I gotta say, yesterday for San Antonio was a pretty good doubleheader. What'd you think about it?
Well, I thought the two games were really exciting to see. I mean, especially getting rained out on Tuesday and making it up on Wednesday, which that was a pretty good deal. I mean, if you got rained out on Tuesday and you purchased tickets for that game and you came Wednesday, you got a ticket priced of 2 games, which that's a fair deal.
I got to say, it's a great deal when you think about it. I mean, so far, we look at it, you get rained out on a day, you could come back and exchange for whatever day you want. I mean, you paid money for that ticket, so you got to make sure that you get the choice of coming for the doubleheader or a future Hooks game whenever you feel like it. But anyway, we'll definitely let everybody know about that. I mean, you come to the box office, exchange a rainout ticket for a future Hooks game or Missions game or anywhere in the Texas League. If we get rained out, then you can exchange that for a game. So make sure you know all about that because we want to be fair for our people and always, we are for our customers. Our customers should always be put first. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and give you some final scores. And so far, starting off the noon game yesterday at Wichita, final score, Wind Surge 10, Springfield 9, which that's a good game. I mean, I will say. All right, San Antonio, game 1, lost to Corpus Christi by the final score, and Hooks won it 2-1 against San Antonio. Second game, San Antonio wins it by 1-0, which that was phenomenal. And I gotta say, it was a pretty good one. Frisco and Arkansas, game 1, Travelers took that one by the final score of 9-4. Game 2, Frisco took it 13-3. And then Northwest Arkansas winning against Tulsa, final score 7-2. Amarillo wins against Midland 8-3. So we look at the Texas League Baseball standings, and I got to say, Bob, Amarillo trails a game and a half against San Antonio. And so far, we'll go ahead and give you those numbers in just a second as we get going. And so far, Bob is on the computer getting things set to go here this evening. All right, so we look at Frisco, 36 and 28. They still lead 3.5 against San Antonio. San Antonio Missions, 33 and 32. Amarillo, 32 even in win and losses. Midland trailing 3.5 against the Sod Poodles. And Corpus Christi, well, Midland 29 and 34. Then we'll get to Corpus Christi, 28 and 37 for the Hooks. Tulsa, 42 and 22. And so far, they will definitely get clinched a first half place winners. Arkansas, 40 and 25. Wichita, 28 and 34 in win and losses. Northwest Arkansas tied at 28, along with the win surge. Springfield down in last place, 26 over 37. They're the last in the Texas League North. And so far, well, pretty good. There's your standings and scores from all of yesterday. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go. It is 6:41. Our first pitch time at 6:45 as we get ready to do this third of the 6 games. Well, Springfield and Wichita set to go. San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Tulsa, and Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas and Frisco getting set to go. Midland and Amarillo as well. We look at the 4 final weeks of the first half. They're very pivotal as pretty much San Antonio through 4 games left with Corpus Christi, getting ready to go for 6 next week against the Arkansas Travelers. And then it's back home to take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles for the final first half 6 in San Antonio. Missions will head to Midland for the last 6 times of the year there at Franco Park, and then we'll start the second half, lead off 3 against Corpus Christi and 6 against the Frisco Rough Riders, which that would be pretty good. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and take you down on the field as we get things set to go. And it is a beautiful evening here in Corpus Christi. And gotta say, hope you guys are super excited for this fun night we got planned. And so far, gonna be a real good one. Well, Marcos Castañon still off tonight. He'll have one more day off tomorrow. Right-hander James Hicks is on the mound for Corpus Christi. And 4-seam changeup, curveball, cutter, and a sinker getting set to go for the Hooks. Well, leading it off for San Antonio, shortstop Luis Verdugo getting set to go. An absolute beautiful evening. Let's play ball. The first pitch is in for a code strike. And we are underway. 6:44, a minute not too late, which that is pretty good. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. The count now at 0-2. Here's the 0-2, and that's a swing and a miss, and there he goes. Down for out number 1. And the first strikeout for the Hooks. Well, let's give the San Antonio Mission starting lineups. Verdugo, Roberts, Gonzalez leading it off. Sanabria, Carpathios, Fabian middle. Verdugo, Murphy, and Lizarraga getting set to go here tonight. Victor Lizarraga covering that second base area as he'll cover in for Marcos Castañon. Center fielder Kai Roberts getting ready to go here for the Missions. Got to say, just a crystal clear evening as that ball is going to be well hit. And up to the left field area as that is out number 2. 2 down to begin this ball game. Here is the catcher, Ethan Salas. Man, I tell you what, we're not going to have evening where clouds do not come in. But most evidently, there'll be a few clouds from time to time, but you look at it through the overnight going into Friday, it's going to be a pretty cloudy evening. Going into the early morning hours where it's early in the morning, you're probably getting your first cup of coffee. But that's right there, called third strike. And that is the first half of this inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. And we head now to the bottom of the first. It's no score through half an inning. Well, you're listening to Hooks Baseball as on this Thursday night. And we'll be right back here in this one. You're listening to the Hooks Baseball Network. Now set to go for the bottom of the first, right here, the Hooks Baseball Network. On the mound is Miguel Mendez, a right-hander getting loose as we get set to go for this bottom half of one. Four-seam slider changeup and a two-seam fastball getting ready to go for San Antonio. Well, we're just going to take a moment in this one as we get ready to go and be right back for one more commercial message as we forgot something, but most likely be back in just a second. All right, just about set to go. Here is Riley Unruh leading it off here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1, 2, and 3 due up against Miguel Mendez to start off the home first. And the pitch is down and inside for the cold strike. Is the count now 0-1. First pitch underway by Miguel Mendez. That one skied high in the air, straight away second. Lizarraga getting there, and he makes the play for out number one. And with that, let's give the Hooks starting lineups. Unruh, Spencer Flores will lead it off. Austin Baez Whitaker, Pratt, Powell, and Janek round it out. Hooks had the outlook of 7 right-handed batters, 1 left-handed batter. So far, 1 switch hitter as well in for Corpus Christi. Lucas Spence, the next batter coming in, will take that one in for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. If Corpus Christi wins here tonight, it will be a tie-up against the Midland Rockhounds. So far, it'll be 29 even. Here's a high flyer, straightaway center field. Kai Roberts making the play, and that is 2 down in this one. Boy, a San Antonio loss and an Amarillo win would be a 33 tie against San Antonio. Arturo Flores coming in as he hits that one out of play foul, and the count now 0-1. Hooks in the home white uniforms tonight. Missions to the Road Grays. And that one is going to be lofted high in the air, straight away, out of play, and the count now 0-2. Second inning straight ahead right after the half. Here's the 0-2. And that one is crushed. And that is gone. Right there to straightaway center, and the hooks by Arturo Flores. And that is out of here, no doubt about it. Hooks will now lead this one 1-0 against San Antonio. Gotta say, Bob, beautiful base hit as we look at it. And gotta say, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was a pretty good line drive straight ahead. Well, that center field home run. It will make a lot of fans happy. Yeah, it sure will. Here's Trevor Austin now as he comes in. Takes a cold strike in the zone. It's the count now 0-1. Corpus Christi 1, San Antonio 0. Bottom of the first inning here. Beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. That is outside. The count now 1-1. Top of the second there in Wichita. Springfield, no score through the first inning of their ball game, and that one is out of play. The count now 1-2. Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas, Arkansas and Frisco, Midland and Amarillo set to go 7:05 here tonight. So far, San Antonio getting in and getting things going through the rest of this week. Arturo Flores having a home run, and so far a pretty good one at that. And the Hooks lead it out in front. It's 1-0. Well, second inning as we set to go. Romeo Sanabria leading it off for San Antonio when we come back. Second inning for San Antonio, fixing to get ready to go right here in the Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Romeo Sanabria getting set to go. Inning number 2. Middle half of the order against James Hicks as he comes in. Takes that one in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Corpus Christi 1, San Antonio 0 here in this game.
Ball.
Outside for a ball. The count now 1-1. Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas delayed. I'm thinking they're getting some the rain and storms there at their ball game tonight. So far, Riverboat Field probably getting some rain. Right there, and out number 1 as the strikeout goes to a backwards K. And the third for James Hicks. And strike out the 4th hole hitter. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one is going to get squared away high in the air, out in foul grounds. It will go out of play. Count now 0-1 to Braden Carpathios as he comes in. Boy, you got fans all the way from San Antonio, our home ballpark, Nelson Wolff Stadium. And you got a beautiful Hook Stadium here in this one. That one's right there, straight away. What a catch! And they still got him. So Carpathios tries to get it up to center field and gets snuffed out by the second baseman. As he made the diving stop, he gets it, he throws it, boom, he's out. Here is the designated hitter, Albert Fabian, as he comes in and takes that strike in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that one is outside for a ball. The count now 1-1. So yes, it will be a delayed start there in Northwest Arkansas there at Riverboat Field. Arkansas and Frisco hopefully getting a start in tonight. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Rockhounds and Sod Poodles. And changeup is ricocheted off the bat. And the count now 2-2. Fans saying San Antonio says it feels like 117. That's enough to fry an egg on a sidewalk. Or probably cook a piece of bacon or sausage or whatever. Yeah, right there. Swung on and missed. Got him by a swing and a miss. And that will do it. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. And we're 2.5. Hooks out in front, 1-0. Well, Luis Baez getting the second inning set to go, as we'll be right back here on Hooks Baseball. Just about set to go for the bottom half of the second inning. Right now, the Corpus Christi Hooks Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob. And so far, this homestand is going pretty good as we have $2 night here tonight. Don't forget Friday night fireworks, including Saturday. Bark in the Park Sunday, presented by our pet supply places here in Corpus Christi, like Petco and PetSmart. Don't forget the four-legged friends get to come to the ballpark, so make sure you guys bring them out as we get going for the last game against San Antonio on Sunday. So that will be a pretty good winner if you bring them out as well. Well, anyway, just moments away from the bottom half of two is set to go. Boy, what a great crowd we have here tonight, and so far getting ready for it. Leading it off, Luis Baez. Miguel Mendez getting set to go. Bottom half of the second inning on the hill for San Antonio. Right there as Lizarraga got it. Boy, what a good catch as he had cat-like reflexes. And there is one down. Here's Ty Whitaker. Ty getting in there. Is set to go, and now it's going to get hit high in the air straight away. Center field Roberts makes the play, and that's out number 2. Boy, 2 quick outs here for the bottom half of the second inning for Corpus Christi. And I got to say, I don't think they're too happy about that one. I don't think they would be happy. Now, getting 2 flyouts, you could use those outs for base hits and stuff. Neil Pratt coming in, and boy, look at that, 99 on the four-seamer. Boy, that would have been a triple-digit fastball if he got that one up to that speed. Right there, and there you go. That is the 100 mark right there as he swung after it and missed, and the count now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here, and here's the windup. Squared away high in the air, up to left field is Kai Murphy. He'll make the play, and that will end the half inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Corpus Christi. Third inning for San Antonio coming up right after this. So we'll be ready to go as Rosamond Verdugo getting set for the missions when we come back.
About set to go for the third. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network.
Leading it off for San Antonio, Rosemond Verdugo, 7-8-9. Bottom half of the order against James Hicks.
Ball.
Takes that one outside for a ball. The count now 1-0. Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa delayed on their start time. Arkansas and Frisco look like they're getting delayed as well, but hopefully we'll be on the air before too long on Valley Live. That's a swing and a miss. The count now at 1-2. So far, got a little cloud out there in straightaway center. That's right there. The count now 2-2. Midland and Amarillo, top of the first inning. And that's a swing and a miss as Rosemond Verdugo gets to be the first out, fifth strikeout for James Hicks. Great center field look at the baseball park. I got to say, pretty good shots going around. We thank our camera guys for that. Every camera guy in the Texas League, we got to give a pretty good shout out to them because they do most of the hard work anyway. Yeah, they sure do. When you think about it, they get all the plays, they get a lot of everything. And that one is high and outside. The count now 1-1. Left fielder Kai Murphy at the dish now. Here's the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss. The count now 1-2. Boy, 117 to feel like temperature there in San Antonio. I got to say, that swimming pool-like weather. You go out to the swimming pool, you get out there, have fun, enjoy the feel of the fresh water. And so far, pretty good. That is out number 2 as that will do for the left fielder, Kai Murphy. James Hicks at four-seam fastball, boy, doing pretty good. Next to the plate, Victor Lizarraga. Lizarraga coming in as he plays the second base area tonight, filling in for Marcos Castañon. Castañon being off tonight and tomorrow as well. And we'll be back Saturday evening, filling in for his spot for San Antonio. That's right there, the count now 1-1. And I'm thinking about Castañon right now. I mean, probably just enjoying his time, having some dinner or watching this ball game. But most evidently, he's probably sitting in the crowd here tonight just watching the baseball game. That one's right there. Liner straight away. It falls in to the right field base hit. Lizarraga getting on base, which that is pretty good for him. That's his first hit being in a starting rotation for batters here tonight. And Luis Verdugo, the next man up for San Antonio. 0 for 1, a strikeout, getting set to go. Well, there we go. Arkansas and Frisco already on the air. And it's getting ready to go against the Arkansas Travelers. Boy, already the bottom half of the first inning, and the top half hasn't been playoff spot. Yeah, there is playoff spots going on. But no runs on a hit, no errors, and one left on for San Antonio. And we go bottom of 3. Caden Powell up next for Corpus Christi when we get set to go. Well, we'll say the playoff rounds will be initiated before really soon. And the winners advancing to the playoff spots will be after the last game set in Midland. So, tell you one thing, it's pretty good is getting ready to go for that. And I'll tell you one thing, pretty good. Well, we're going to see how many games we have left of this first half. So, After tonight, we'll have 3 left in Corpus Christi, 6 in Arkansas, 9. About 21 games left of the first half in the regular season. Anyway, second half begins on Friday, July 17th through the 19th. Corpus Christi in town for San Antonio to meet. And that will be the last 3-game set of the year between these two ball clubs, which I got to say for both of these neighboring teams, it is a pretty good deal. Kind of like Tulsa and Springfield. You know how those are neighboring teams. Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas. And then Amarillo and Wichita. You know, those two teams, great neighbors in the Texas League and stuff. But tell you one thing, pretty good. Well, it's bottom of the first there in Frisco, Texas. As well, the first pitch for the Rough Riders. Up to bat now. And got to say, so far, pretty good on top of that. Well, we are midway through 3 as we get going. Caden Powell, the next batter up for Corpus Christi. Wind up and the pitch. That one is a ground ball straight away short. Throw to the diamond to Sanabria. They get him by a step, and that is out number 1. Well, we got the first run here of the ball game tonight. Corpus Christi 1-0 Hooks. Rockhounds lead Amarillo 2-0. Springfield leading Wichita 2-0. Pretty good ball games getting going here, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, absolutely right. You look at these Texas League baseball clubs, everybody competing for the Texas League First Half South Division or North Division, but gotta say, pretty good on that. A swing and a miss. Walker Janek going down on strikes. Second strikeout for Miguel Mendez as he struck out that guy. Riley Unroe, the next batter up for Corpus Christi. Getting set to go. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be high fly in the air up to left field, and that will be out number 3. Well, no runs, hits, or errors for Corpus Christi as we end 3 here tonight. The Hooks out in front by 1-0. We'll be set to go as the center fielder Kai Roberts getting ready to go for San Antonio right after these commercial messages. Foul set to go for the Top of the fourth for San Antonio. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in now as we lead it off here in the fourth inning. Got to say, just a beautiful atmosphere as we go along the way of tonight's ball game. Normally having this in San Antonio, which that is pretty good. It is partly cloudy there in San Antonio as fans watch from Nelson Wolff Stadium. Also, we do have a little bit of a surprise when we come back on the 30th. Gotta say, I can't tell you what that is, but most evidently you'll see it when we get back home. Taking on the Sod Poodles. There's the windup and the pitch, and that one out of play, foul. The count now 0-1 to Ethan Salas. Boy, gotta say, gonna be an interesting little surprise that we can tell you. Ooh, I love surprises there, John. Well, I bet you do there, Bob. 1 ball, 1 strike now. And here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. The changeup gets him outfold for strike 2. San Antonio has overnight thunderstorms, it looks. We're checking the Weather Channel right now, and it does say that there is a thunderstorm potential overnight around 2 o'clock. So right there, out number 2. 9th strikeout for Corpus Christi, James Hicks, as he comes in 0 for 1 a strikeout. 10 strikeouts equals a free breakfast on the bun, courtesy of Whataburger. No purchase necessary. Just come through in the drive-thru or into the local Whataburger, and you could get that free breakfast on the bun with a hash brown and coffee as well. That one line straight away found. The count now 0-2. So far, gotta love the breakfast. It is good. That one right there, ground ball straight away through the short up to first in time, and they get him. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio as we head now to 4.5. Hooks out in front, 1-0. So about set to go is Lucas Spence getting ready to go. This is a guy that hit 12 home runs over 1/111th. And so far, pretty good on top of that as well. Well, anyway, just about set to go as we lead it off in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And so far, pretty good for this broadcast. So we'll be right back, courtesy of Hooks Baseball.
Well, we're about set for the bottom of the fourth. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Lucas Spence, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Corpus Christi coming up now. Miguel Mendez starting his fourth work on the mound for San Antonio as he takes in a strike. And the count now at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike, the count. Here's the pitch. And that is inside for a strike. The count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. And that is 1 down. Boy, 3rd strikeout for San Antonio pitching like Miguel Mendez as he came in and just struck him out right there as you look at the instant replay. Yeah, I got to say, John, he struck him out with relatively ease. I got to say, pretty good for this right-handed reliever come in for San Antonio. Arturo Flores coming in as he'll take a strike inside. So far, he was the first solo home run, leading Corpus Christi 1-0. And got to say, for this guy right here, he does pretty good getting into the broadcast. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be right there. Liner straightaway through for a base hit to center field. And he's on with a 1-out single.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, number 41.
That'll bring up Trevor Austin as he's getting ready to go. Wind up and the pitch. And that's in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 0 for 1 strikeout to the 3rd baseman, Austin. And here's the 0-1. That fouled off. The count now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. And here is the pitch. That one is foul. And the count now at 0-2. 0-2 one more time. Called 3rd strike. And that is out number 2. Right fielder Luis Baez coming in. He's 0 for 1 with a line out. So far, this game going pretty quick as we're now through the bottom half of the 4th inning. We are playing 9 tonight. We're back to regular routine after last night, playing the 2 7-inning games with only 7 innings. That one fouled off. The count now 0-2. You see why double headers are like that is because 7 plus 7 is 14. So you got 14 innings. Pretty good on that. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Baez down on strikes. And so far, that will do for the half inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for Corpus Christi. 5th inning for San Antonio coming up. It's 1-0 Corpus Christi. Brandon Carpathios coming in as we get ready to go here in this one. All right, about set to go for the top of the fifth inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And yes, we do apologize for being a little bit over tardy on our break time, but most evidently, welcome you back to Hooks Baseball. Braden Carpathios, the right fielder, leading it for San Antonio. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now to him. Boy, I tell you one thing, just a beautiful evening here in Corpus Christi. Gotta absolutely love this type of baseball weather, and so far still a long way to go before getting back home and showing y'all the big surprise that Nelson Wolff Stadium has. Oh, I bet it's going to be a pretty good surprise. I think so. Up the right field, standing near the 330 marker, and that will be out number 1 to the right fielder.
Number 40.
Boy, Frisco now leading Arkansas 1-0. Midland leading Amarillo 3-1, top of the second inning.
Nope, ball.
What inning is it in Frisco? It is bottom of 2. Boy, Springfield leading 6-0, top of the fourth. There at the porch, home of the Wichita Wind Surge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that is foul. Count now 1-2. Remind me again, San Antonio was in Wichita a couple weeks ago. But most evidently, don't play Wichita anymore this year. And that one is outside for the count now full on 3-2. On deck now is Rosamond Verdugo. 1-0 Corpus Christi here in this ball game, and that is going to get fouled. So still hanging on the full count. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is outside, ball 4. Good hold up right there for Fabian.
Number 31.
And the first walk by James Hicks is allowed. Rosamond Verdugo 0 for 1, a strikeout here for San Antonio. Getting ready to go here tonight for the missions, and that is going to be outside for the ball. The count now 1-0. Here's a pitch.
No, that man,
And again, a good hold up. 2-0 the count. Gotta say, San Antonio needs a win like they did yesterday by that 1-0 score. That was part 2 of that doubleheader, which that was an amazing game. Now San Antonio hold out that 1 lone run. And that was a pretty good one. And right there, the count now 3-1. Kai Murphy awaits on deck. Kind of reminds me when Midland took on Tulsa there in 2017 when it came to their 4th Texas League title getting clinched by the Rockhounds. That was a pretty good ball game, I would say. Yeah, it sure was. And that is another walk. And a good hold up, as that will be the second walk inherited by James Hicks. He's responsible for the 2 walks he has committed thus far in this half inning alone. Do you think he's getting tired or something? I think losing confidence is what he's doing. 1 ball and no strikes to count now to the left fielder, San Antonio, Kai Murphy. And that one's downstairs. The count now 2-0. Uh-oh, 2 more balls and he'll load the bases. Yeah, that'd be the big danger for him, trying to get out of the half inning. And, boy, knowing that he has runner in scoring position now. Uh-oh, 3-0. Oh, boy, not good. Victor Lizarraga awaits on deck. 3-0 count now. And it could be the first bases loaded for San Antonio. And that is right there, so they're going to see where that one was contested at. And they'll still uphold the call, 3-1.
So the umpire was not wrong about that. Here is the pitch. And downstairs, and that loads them up.
Now batting.
Ooh, 14 balls, 9 strikes, and total of 23. Now that'll bring in Victor Lizarraga. Bases loaded for San Antonio. Good holdups by the first 3 batters of the order. And it's pretty good. But then he comes in, takes a strike, and the count now at 0-1. It's a golden opportunity for Victor Lizarraga as he comes in. Goes after it, comes up empty-handed, and the count now 0-2. Jaden Murray and Cody Bolton, 2 right-handers coming in. Ready to go. Here's the windup. Swing and a miss. They got him.
Now batting. Shortstop.
Boy, 3 walks in a half inning, and so far only 1 more for James Hicks to get out of the half inning. But I tell you one thing there, Bob, it gets pretty interesting when you see the prospects come in and know they walk 3. And that is outside. The count now 1-0. Tying run at 90 feet. Luis Verdugo, pretty good last week taking on Frisco. But so far, he could come in tonight and have the golden opportunity. That one is right there, high in the air, straight away, and that will not get down, and that will get them out of danger of losing here tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors. They load them up, but they leave them stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Ty Whitaker coming up. Corpus Christi leading it off 1-0 against the Missions.
Bounce at the goal, bottom of 5 for Corpus Christi. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Ty Whitaker coming in as we lead it off in the bottom of the 5th inning, 6, 7, 8. Whitaker coming in for Corpus Christi. And he'll take a strike inside as the count now 0-1. No ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strikeout. 6-1 for Miguel Mendez. And here is left fielder Carneal Pratt. Wind up and the pitch. Here it is. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. I do believe that Riverboat Field getting some pretty good rain. Their delayed start time was 7:05. But now being close to 8 o'clock. That one up to left field, and that is out number 2.
The shortstop, number 3.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Caden Powell, who is 0 for 1, a ground out. Yeah, right there, pretty good. Here's the first pitch to him. And that is going to be lofted high in the air, straightaway center. Roberts will get it, and that will end the half inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Corpus Christi. And we head to the 6th inning, and the Hooks out in front by 1-0. Well, halfway through the game tonight as we give you the instant replay, the first half of it. And gotta say, Hooks out in front by that lone 1 run, which apparently helps them track in the lead. But anyway, as I said before, a Hooks win would tie up against the Rockhounds in the South Division. A San Antonio loss will keep them right where they are. A Amarillo win would get something going as they would tie up against San Antonio. Left-hander Trey Dabrowski coming in now for Corpus Christi. It's a left-hander getting ready to go as he'll greet up the first center fielder, Kai Roberts, leading it off in the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back. Hooks out in front, 1-0. Top half of the sixth inning set to go for San Antonio. Right now, Hooks Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the top half of the sixth inning.
Hee-haw!
And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 0 for 2 strikeout and a flyout by Roberts here tonight. Gotta say, the sun's starting to set here at Bayfront Park. Beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. That is downstairs, 1-1. Boy, 3 games left after tonight. Can you believe how fast this homestand is going? Yeah, I gotta say, John, when you play 6 games against one team for 1 week, you could definitely do it in that one. Yeah, sure can. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Roberts as Trey Dombrowski coming in now in relief for Corpus Christi, and that is going to be high fly in the air, and that goes out of play, foul. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one is lofted high in the air, straight away left field. And the left fielder will move under it to make the play for out number 1.
Now batting.
Well, it'll be a road trip to Arkansas next week. So we'll definitely see the Arkansas Travelers only 6 times this year.
Hee-haw!
The All-American Ballpark in North Little Rock, Arkansas. It's a beautiful ballpark. Travelers will have a surprise for San Antonio this year as we'll see some new jerseys.
Drag 2!
Well, most definitely their home jersey that says Travelers written all over it. But pretty good on top of that. There's pitch. And that one is outside, 1-2. I don't think it would be written all over it. I think the Arkansas Travelers, it would just say Travelers right on the jersey itself. Yeah.
Ball!
Well, thank you for correcting me on that. But anyway, it's red and white. Not too shabby, not like the used to be home uniform, but the gray uniform still stays the same. So, as I say, that's pretty nice. Yeah. Wish they would take on San Antonio in their home ballpark instead of the Missions
Now batting.
getting out of their ballpark to go to their ballpark and play in North Little Rock. I got to say, Bob, for the past 4 years, it has been like that since 2022. Well, Romeo Sanabria coming in as he'll take that one in for a strike. The count now 0-1. I got to say, 2027, that's when we'll start seeing, hopefully, some changes come in. And most definitely, Arkansas and Tulsa both will get to come to San Antonio, hopefully within next year. Well, right there, up to the shortstop as he gets into left, and that will be out number 3. Well, looky there. Top of the first inning there at Riverboat Field. They had the rain delay, but they are an hour late getting in as they get going. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio as we go bottom of the 6th inning. And it is 1-0 Corpus Christi. They still hold on to this 1-run lead in hoping of a victory here tonight. But still a long way to go as San Antonio tries to overpower and try to get them here tonight. But anyway, let's go ahead and get some reports of our Texas League scores. Bottom half of the 4th inning, Springfield leading Wichita 6-5. Corpus Christi leading San Antonio 1-0 in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas, boy, after an hour rain delay, they are really starting to get something to get going. So a pretty good one here as Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa get ready to go for their ball game. Frisco leading
Arkansas 6-0. Bottom half of the third there at Statesman's Park. And then Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo, the Midland Rockhounds leading the Amarillo Sod Poodles in the score 3-2, top of the third. What's that right there? A pretty good one. Well, we'll be right back on this Thursday night here in Corpus Christi. Our score 1-0 Hooks. Well, about set to go for the bottom half of the sixth inning right now at the Hooks Baseball Network. Walker Janek, 9-1-2, due up for Corpus Christi. Bottom of the sixth inning was set to go. And that is right there to Lizarraga again. Second time tonight. This guy has been on edge, watching for base hits to get by him. But so far, nothing's been getting by him at all this evening. That is for sure. Well, here is Riley Unroe as he comes in, hits that one out of play foul. The count now 0-1. 0 for 2, a pop out and a line out to the second baseman. Lean it off for the Hooks. One man down here in this one-run contest, and that one's going to be lined high in the air up to right field as Carpathios tries to get it, and that will go over the fence for an automatic ground rule double. And so far, that will be a runner now in scoring position after that base hit. Lucas Spence coming in now as he'll take a slider outside as the count now 1-0. As I said before, if Corpus Christi takes this W here tonight, they'll tie up against Midland. Rockhounds and Hooks will get a tie-up. Well, San Antonio loses and Amarillo wins against the Rockhounds. It will be 8:33 even for the Missions and Sod Poodles. Here's a 1-1, and that one fouled off. The count now at 1-2. One ball, two strikes. And they got him right there, out number 2.
First baseman, number 99.
Well, Miguel Mendez at 65% of his four-seam fastball for strikes. And I gotta say, Bob, he does pretty good on this one.
Yeah, he sure does.
Well, this guy being the only solo shot for Corpus Christi, and that was during the bottom half of the first inning, as he gets into shallow left center for that home run that he had earlier. That is Arturo Flores, who is 2 for 2 in this one. He yanks that one foul. The count now 0-1. That is for sure, Bob. He does really good in his command on the mound as a right-handed batter. So far, a pretty good one. That one's going to be right there up to right field. Carpathios, he intercepts it. And so far, they tightrope out of that danger after a double. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left for Corpus Christi. 7th inning coming up. Hooks out in front by 1-0. We're back here as the right fielder, Braden Carpathios, will lead it off. And we're up to the 7th in this one-run ball game. Corpus Christi in front by the 1 run.
Well, about set to go for the 7th inning here tonight. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Heh, you wished we were in San Antonio,
That's
Bob.
ball
That'd be
one.
pretty funny. 1 ball, no strikes as we lead off the 7th inning here tonight. Braden Carpathios, the next batter up, will come in and swing and a miss. The count now 1-1. Frisco leading 7-1 against the Arkansas Travelers. Boy, Amarillo and Midland tied in a foot race, 3-3 in the bottom of 3. Springfield leading at 7-5, top of the 5th. And as here in this broadcast, Corpus Christi leading this one 1-0 in the 7th. And right there, called third strike, and they got him. 1 down here in the half inning, and so far pretty good. The left fielder, or should I say the designated hitter, is Albert Fabian as he comes in.
Nope, ball.
We'll take that one in for the ball. The count now 1-0. 0 for 1 a walk here in this one. 1 ball and no strikes. The count now to him. And that is a swing and a miss. The count now 1-1. Here's the pitch.
Ball.
And the changeup is down and outside. The count now 2-1. That one fouled in the way. The count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a swing and a miss. They got him.
Now batting.
And there are 2 down.
Number 31.
Pretty good right there, John, as they get him for the strikeout. Rosman Verdugo coming in now as he leads it off. Wind up and the pitch, and that is going to be high fly in the air, out of play, foul. And the count now 0-1. 0 for 1, inherited a walk. That was pretty good. San Antonio had that golden opportunity earlier with the bases loaded for the Missions. That one is high fly in the air straightaway up the left field. And the left fielder runs it down, and that is the inning. No runs, hits, or errors here for Corpus Christi, or here in the top half of the 7th inning for San Antonio, and we now head to the bottom of the 7th here in Corpus Christi. Trevor Austin getting set to go as, boy howdy, I tell you one thing, and we have the 7th inning stretch, so get up the stretch, Hooks out in front by a run. Well, hope you've had a pretty good seventh inning stretch here at the ballpark. And now here is John Baker to deliver us more of the broadcast here this fine evening.
Thank you, Bob. Trevor Austin getting set to go here for Corpus Christi. Middle half of the order against Miguel Mendez. That one ground ball straight away up to right field, through for a hit. And boy, what a hit for Corpus Christi.
Right fielder.
So far, that was a pretty good one by Trevor Austin. Here's Luis Baez now as he comes in and takes a strike. Is the count now 0-1. 0 for 2, a strikeout in the lineout here tonight. Stadium lights coming full effect here in this ball game. 27 p.m. on this Thursday evening. Just a absolute beautiful night. Temperature down 89 degrees. Sun going down, but tomorrow will be another hot day as we get ready for weekend baseball against San Antonio. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to be out of play foul. The count now 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes the count. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is going to be out of play foul. Still hanging on that one. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, they got him. And that is out number 1 for Luis Baez. The strikeout picked up by Miguel Mendez, as that is currently the 8th strikeout for San Antonio pitching. He's doing pretty well on the mound for the Missions, and I gotta say, John, he could stay in there for quite a little bit more, having a 7 innings to get in there and get something going. Ty Whitaker, the designated hitter, coming in 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout.
Runner.
And there's a runner. He's going to go, and that's going to get foul. And that will land to the base of the wall, and that will be the count now, 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes, the count. Here's the pitch. Called 3rd strike, and Ty Whitaker goes down on strikes. 9th one for San Antonio, and fans in San Antonio could get free breakfast on the bun if Miguel Mendez can strike out Carneal Pratt. The pitch is hit foul, and the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hit high in the air, straight away. Center field Roberts. Plenty of time for it, and he's got it for the out. Beautiful third base shot as we look at it. Boy, it is beautiful here in Corpus Christi. 8th inning set to go here on the beach. The Hook's out in front by 1-0. Foul set to go for the top half of the 8th inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Right-hander Sam Carlson will get on the mound for Corpus Christi. Scouting report, 95 on the four-seam fastball, a slider.
Left fielder, Kai Murphy.
Change-up and a two-seam fastball following in suit after that. Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in as he'll take that one in for the cold strike. And it's the count now, 0-1. Albert Santa, a right-hander, getting in. Should he play Santa Claus for Christmas? Very funny. Here is the 0-1 delivery. And that one is outside. The count now 1-1. This ball game has been going by really good. A lot of zeros except for the bottom of the first inning. Corpus Christi scoring in that run. But so far, I got to say, this guy right here just really hits it pretty good. That's one thing you got to do is win a ball game, get the hits. Here's the second baseman, Victor Lizarraga, as he comes in. Normally, he would be in the reserve starting pitchers or wherever they have him. He could be a starter, he could be a reserve, he could be anywhere he needs to be where the managers want him to be. But tonight, they'll have him playing tonight in a base position, and that'll be out there at second. 9-hole batter in the second spot, which that is good right there. Well, Tulsa leading Northwest Arkansas 4-0. Frisco leading 7-3 against the Arkansas Travelers. Still a tie ball game there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo against Midland, as it is 3-3, the bottom of the fourth.
Number 11.
Corpus Christi leading San Antonio 1-0 here in this broadcast. Springfield leading the Wind Surge 7-5 there at the porch. That's right there. Glove to the third baseman, caught for the out. And that is a base hit, Rob, as that will do it. Boy, number 11, not happy about that, as, boy, he goes back in the dugout. And so far, that will do it for this half inning. Caden Powell, the next batter up, coming in for Corpus Christi, will get things ready to go here in this one. There'll be a new arm for San Antonio getting set as we get ready to go for the last couple of innings here tonight.
Bottom half of the 8th inning set to go here in Corpus Christi. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network. Caden Powell getting set to go. 8, 9, and 1 due up bottom half of the 8th inning here in Corpus Christi. And that one is going to be in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Of course, we are going to have a new pitcher. Here comes the manager now, as that's going to do for the starter here, Miguel Mendez. He did a pretty good job through 8 1/4, but now he is getting relieved out of this ball game here tonight. Well, a new arm, Dyson Acosta, a right-hander, getting set to go for San Antonio. The sinker, slider, and a changeup getting ready to go as he comes in. But tell you one thing, a pretty good night here in Corpus Christi. Hook fans enjoying the matinee. Caden Powell greeting up the new arm, the right-hander. In relief is Dyson Acosta. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch, and that's a called third strike. They got him.
Catcher, number 84.
Walker Janek coming in now as he gets going. And that's a count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That one gloved right to Sanabria, and that is caught for the second out.
Second baseman, number 82.
And so far, pretty good on that. Here's a leadoff batter, Riley Unroe. 1 for 3, double the last couple of times up here tonight.
That missed.
And the
That's
sinkers downstairs 1-0. 9,491. That is a good number. Close to 10,000 fans here tonight. In total this year for Corpus Christi alone, boy, over about 500,000 coming into the season this year. That one's high fly in the air, straight away. Up the left field is Kai Murphy. He'll make the play. And fans, we are down to the final inning here tonight, but Corpus Christi still leading 1-0 as we head to the 9th inning. San Antonio down to their final 3 outs as we get ready to go here this one. New arm will have the closing door assignment, as it'll be the next 3 coming up for San Antonio in the 9th when we're coming back. top half of the ninth inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Hooks Baseball Network.
Number 70.
Right-hander Lambeer Santa getting the closing door assignment. Four-seam slider, curveball, changeup, and a sinker. Getting ready to go for Corpus Christi here tonight. Gotta say, it's a 1-0 ball game, and this game has gone on for zeros for San Antonio. Well, the leadoff batter, Kai Roberts, coming in. As the slider is inside, the count now 0-1. 3 outs to go here for San Antonio tonight. Wind up and the pitch, here it goes, and that is foul. The count now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he goes down for out number 1. Roberts ain't happy about that. And now they're going to eject him. Oh, geez, that is not good. Well, he ain't happy about that as he went after it. And so far now, that's going to be a pitching, that's going to be a batting order issue. Hi, Roberts, not happy about that one. And I gotta say, just not happy about that at all. Wind up and the pitch, here it is. And that one is crushed. High in the air, straight away, up in right field, and they run it down. And that is out number 2. Romeo Sanabria getting ready to go. And he's going to hit that one high in the air, straight away, up to left field. And Corpus Christi wins it. So now that was a win. And by a final score of 1-0, San Antonio now picks up loss number 33. Corpus Christi now, their 29th time up against Midland. Not a bad night for this bunch, but most evidently tomorrow going to be another night for these 2 ball clubs. But definitely we'll see what happens then and here on out. So far we'll give you your final scores in just a little while. So Corpus Christi, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. For San Antonio tonight, only 1 hit. That is all they get. Well, that'll pretty much do it here for this broadcast. And so far, catch us again tomorrow evening as we get ready for Game 4 of this 6-game series. We hope to see you all then as we get going, and so far, by golly, a good night. So have a good evening, and tomorrow in our pregame show, we'll report to you the final scores of Thursday night's ball games. And so far, going to be pretty good. Well, I hope y'all have a good night. Be safe on the road going home. And this has been Hooks Baseball. Final score, Corpus Christi 1, San Antonio 0.